I'm Bjarke Ingels from BIG or BIG in Copenhagen, and from tomorrow on also in New York. I'm an architect. We are architects, and roughly 100 people working across the planet. If you're an architect, you will have to persuade an army of people that this is what they want and it fits in and it's doable technically and economically, and it's also what the people want and the neighbors, they don't complain. So like before you even stand the chance to prove or not if your work is a success, you have to convince everybody that it's going to be fine. For the architect, your communication skills is what for the artist is his hammer and his chisel. And when we did Yes is More, our comic book, was actually part of an exhibition. And our main idea was to try to somehow sum up all of the ideas that we have had over the last 10 years. After the VM was complete, he bought my thesis project site, and he wanted to do a mix of apartment building and a parking structure. So in the end we managed to make the parking into this sort of zigzag ramp to the north, and then the apartments the sort of south-facing mountains of homes. So somehow miraculously, I think in the end it was like 8 years after, so the triggering idea of the thesis project turned into reality in a slightly different form, but on the same side. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Darwin, like very big fan. The interesting thing is that I always use evolution as an analog or like a metaphor, or more like an analogy for how we work in the office, how we design. I think Darwin and his notion of evolution is helpful not only in the biosphere, but definitely also in architecture. With the Scala project, we have a quite good record of all the models we did. And when you look at all the models, like from start to finish, you can really see an almost like Darwinian evolution. One important notion of evolution is also this like the migration of ideas or migration of species. The project in Umeå, this hotel that was designed for the waterfront, like a hotel that was split open to allow people to pass through. It really worked. The way it allowed people to move through the building, the qualities it created on the site, but it just looked very, very alien. Like somehow it didn't really fit in the north of Sweden. But because it was also coincidentally the Chinese character for people, it suddenly acquired like a symbolic value in an Asian context, and in Shanghai on the waterfront, it looked much more at home. Yeah, but essentially, you can say the theme of the expo is better city, better life, and sort of sustainability. And the main discussion was this idea of how much of our quality of life are we prepared to sacrifice in order to be sustainable. One of our main ideas for the pavilion was that it wasn't going to be a traditional exhibition where you show stuff. It was going to be an exhibition where people could experience the real experience, like they could bicycle on the real bicycles, they could feel the real water. And then we thought as the ultimate symbol of the real deal, we would give them the actual Little Mermaid from Copenhagen for 6 months. Watch me on Studio Banana TV.